it's Jessica Hoke here, and welcome to the Stay-at-Home Mom Life on a Budget series. And today we're going to be talking about paying off debt. I know I've spent a lot of time focusing on how to save money, but I haven't really told you how to take the steps to getting rid of debt if you're still stuck in that, or if you have been stuck in debt for a while and you've been on a budget for a while and you're just tired of being stuck in that position where you're just constantly pouring money into balances that have just been there for years. Now, I am in no way a professional. I'm just going to help you, give you some tips on what we did as a family to start eliminating debt, and also finding ways to have more peace of mind and not being stuck in that bottomless pit that we call debt. I know it's super frustrating, so I want to help alleviate that for you. All right, so the first step is to write down a list of all of your debts. Now, I'm not talking about your utilities and things that you need, like your monthly payments on your utilities, trash, and all that fun stuff. I'm talking on your credit card debts, anything that you have that's a loan, like a car loan, house loan, everything. Make a list of all your debts from least to greatest. So start with your smallest as number one, and at the very bottom will probably be your mortgage. So make that list and then go from there. So the second step is going to be paying more than the minimum on the first debt on the top of your list. I know that we tend to make a minimum and then have fun with the rest the rest of the money that's left over. Try to have fun with that money. Now, if you're serious about getting out of debt, this won't be a problem. Just try to pay more on the debt that you're starting to pay off on, and pay minimum on the remainder of the bills on your list. Any of that extra money that you have from not paying over on all those other debts, you can put towards that other debt. So it'll just help pay off that debt faster because you're not just paying the minimum like the credit card companies and corporations want you to. If you ever come across extra money, use those funds to pay off your debts as well. So if your husband goes out and ends up getting a bonus at work, you can use that to pay off debt. I'm not saying you have to, but it'd be very wise if you've been frustrated with debt for a long time. Another thing to do is your tax refund money. Use that to pay off your debts as well. So if you get a nice chunk of money, use that to pay off your debt. Also, gifts from relatives. So if you end up getting gifts for your birthday or for Christmas or any holiday that comes around, if you get sent a check, I would suggest putting that towards your debt. Now, I'm not talking about your kids' money. Your kids keep their money because your debts are not their problem. I would teach them how to save that money instead. Put it into a savings account. But for you, paying off debt is going to be numero uno with getting all of this taken care of. All right, the fourth tip I have for you is if you have multiple small balances that you have just been struggling to pay off that are on credit cards that have huge interest rates, and the amount that you're paying is just matching the amount of the interest that's getting charged every month, what I would suggest is looking into a personal loan. This will just help consolidate, like if you can get a balance that would consolidate all those smaller balances, it'll give you one larger payment, but at the same time the interest rate will be lower and you will pay it off faster than you would with credit cards. Credit cards can be so hard, it could take 10 years to pay off the smallest balance. So what I would suggest is looking into that. Now, if you're looking to get a home, I wouldn't, soon, if it's within the near future, not a year away if it's a year away or more, then look into this so that way you can get this debt away from you than keeping it around. I would suggest doing that if you don't have any major plans to get a home soon. It'll just help pay off that debt faster. You'll have a lower interest rate and it'll be amazing. And then another one is get rid of unnecessary monthly payments. If you have cable or a satellite company bill that you're getting every month and you aren't watching all 180 channels or 300 channels, however many you've got, if you're not watching them, then you need to get rid of it. I feel like we pay these bills because we think, I need my local channels. But if you just need your local channels, there are HD antennas you can invest in that are below $50 that you can just plug into the back of your TV and get your local channels. So if that's what you're worried about, then invest in that. There are also DVRs that you can invest in. They're going to be a little bit more pricey, but you're not going to have to pay for it monthly. Like TiVo, I believe, is one of them. So I would just suggest getting rid of what you can and invest in what you can that is just like a one-time payment. And also, if you're worried about having other things to watch, like your favorite TV shows, a lot of them let you stream online, so you could just stream that straight to your smart TV or connect a HDMI cable from your laptop to your computer. I mean, if you really want and miss certain shows, there are ways to access those without having to pay a huge bill. You can also invest in streaming services that have super low payments besides that close to $100 bill that you're probably paying on your cable every month. So look into your options and then cut that cable, because you're going to just save so much money. And then once all your debt's paid off, go ahead and get the cable again. But temporary sacrifices are going to be so worth it. If you have been in debt for such a long time and you're so sick and tired of it, you will find a way to make it happen. And some of the tips I gave you today are just some of the smallest and not biggest sacrifices that you need to make. So I would just suggest trying out the tips that I've given you, see if they help you, and I want you to see all of your debt just going away, because nobody needs to remain in debt the rest of their lives. Thank you so much for watching this, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much, and God bless. Bye.